Welcome back to Operation 8th Air Force. It is now turn 4. It's January of 1938, and this will be for Germany and the National Spanish faction. All right, let's get to tech. All right, so rolling for advanced mags on a 7, factories at a 7, long range at an 8, and heavy armor at an 8. Let's see how we go. Let's get that into focus. I've got my dice ready to go. A bit more organised this time rather than always having to grab them out of the box. Okay, so we get a 10, a 10, a 9, and a 3. So what's that? So we go stage 2 for, what's that one? Green. That's advanced. Max. Black is factories, so we get on the board for factories. Long range, we go to stage 2. And we miss armor. So factories, correction, max, factories, long range. Pretty good tech roll. Shame I can't do that with my battle dice. Anyway. All right, let's get to purchases. Like I said, quick turn. So we only have the Land-Lease, which will be sending 1 infantry to the Spanish. And that'll be for 3. We had 29 in the bank, so we'll save 26. So pretty simple. All right, combat. We have 1 combat that we're doing. God help me on this one. All right, so we're going to take 1 mountain infantry, 1 artillery, and the fighter into Basque Country, and surely we can have some success finally in Spain after all the terrible disasters, and then the rest will be non-combat. So that's the only one we're going to be rolling for, so let's get to doing that. So we've got a first strike. So we've got a first strike at a 2. There's nothing else going in here, just a 2. So first strike at a 2 is a 9, which is no good. So then I'll have my mountain infantry boosted to 3, is a 7, and then my fighter at a 6. Man, I just seem to be rolling tech dice. All right, in response, militia at a 2. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. All right, so we will lose. We'll lose the artillery. This is a comedy of errors, it really is. God. All right, we'll lose the artillery. All right, next round. So I've got the infantry now unboosted at a 2, the mountain infantry. Of course he misses, and the fighter at a 6. Oh, small versus. Okay, so he gets a hit, and the militia. He better not hit. Oh, far out. So we take Basque Country. Wow. With 1 mountain infantry. Wow. Okay. All right, so the fighter will fly back to Galicia and Leon. That is our only combat movement. Thank God. All right, so we take Basque Country. I'm down to Rondell. That's how confident I am. Ah, boy. Tell you what, I've had some stinking luck in this game so far. All right, so going in, so non-combat. So we've got, we're in Spain. We'll just do Spain. I've got very few minor movements for Germany. All right, so 1 infantry will step into Western Andalusia. And the ships here that are sitting, so the Spanish heavy cruiser and the transport will just slip around the corner into A35 and go in port. That's all they're going to do. Okay. All right. So I think that was it all. That's all I wanted to do in there. Can't believe the militia hit. God. All right. Okay. Sooner or later, my luck's going to get better somewhere. All right. Let's get to... I think that's the rest of the non-combat there. So let's get to the German non-combat. So whilst we're here in this part of the world, in C-Zone A21, we have a destroyer and 2 TBDs, which will go 1 into 28, 2 into 35, and join the battle cruiser and the fleet submarine in location. Just there. The fleet submarine sitting in A50 is going to slide at 1 to 48. All right, we're going to rail 1 infantry out of Bavaria, and that's going to be railed over to Slovakia. So that'll make 4 infantry, and I should probably use a green chip, in Slovakia. Okay. So this is 4 infantry in Bavaria now. All right. Oh boy. Okay, I think that's it. Like I said, not a lot of movement or anything going on this turn. All right, Lend-Lease. So let's deliver our Lend-Lease to Galicia and Leon, and I'll do a recruitment roll. So now we're at a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is it? Should be 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Am I missing something? 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it is only at a 5. Sorry about this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there was another territory somewhere. Nope, that must be it. I was probably thinking of Basque Country the other turn. All right. So 5 or less. Of course, it's a 7. So nothing there. All right, let's do collect income. So Germany has 26, they'll collect 24, they'll have 50 for next turn. I'll do a quick disposition just to make sure we're all on the same page. Königsberg has 2 infantry, Eastern Germany, 1 self-propelled, 1 light armor, 1 cavalry, 2 infantry. Slovakia, 4 infantry, a fighter, and light armor. Austria, 1 infantry. Bavaria, 4 infantry, a airborne, and a air transport. Let's come to, all right, in port in East Germany is a transport. In port in A11 is a coastal defense ship. Not in A11, in West Germany, it's in port. In West Germany, not much has changed there. 2 fighters, a tactical, a medium bomber, 2 infantry, light armor, 2 artillery, a AAA, a self-propelled, 2 light armor, I should say. Apologies. I already said the AAA and a seaplane. In A35, there's a battle cruiser, fleet submarine, 2 TBDs, and a destroyer. C-Zone A48 has a fleet submarine. I think that's it for Germany. All right, let's quickly do Spain while we're here. In port, in Galicia Leon, is a heavy cruiser transport. In Galicia Leon, 2 infantry, 1 mountain infantry, 1 cavalry, 1 fighter. Basque Country, 1 mountain infantry. Oh boy. In Eastern Andalusia, 1 infantry. And I think that's it. And the lock in Spain continues. All right, I'm going to turn it over now to Panzer J for the common turn. Thanks for watching.